You see that? I just made a baby face turn. But no, this is just my new look and stuff like that I need. Damn, been thinking about it for some time, just did it anyway the other day. So I'm back and and I almost completely was oblivious to doing this video, but here we are finally. This is Super 88. As you watch from the thumbnail and the title of the video, we are going to talk about WWE 2K24 as it came out. As by the time you see this, a month and a half ago. So yeah, it's been almost 2 months of 2K24 would be released. And if you watch my last two videos of this 2K series, I reviewed 2K22 and 2K23. I said from the very get go, 2K22, I always saw that game as like a good first stepping stone. Like, this is a stepping stone for what could be for this series, for what this series should be. It was the first it was the first decent building block for the series. It was the first step of the progress. And if you watch my video for 2K23 last year, they were starting to put some faces there, but it wasn't as definitive as I thought it could be. Like, you seen some little faces in there, but they were starting to get there. With 2K24, I feel this time they it's almost like a completed game. In much ways differently, because like it just had a fun vibe to it, and I think the best part overall, it's just the small things. Even if you don't notice just like that, you will instantly get it after you see it. After you saw the first time. Like, like when it comes to the visual graphics, again, not too much different. I will say that. But you can see some little tweaks in the graphic department. I think what I really like about visual graphics when it comes to the lining is that they made sure they got almost all the arenas, like pay per views, TV shows, almost look identical to the TV shows that we see in real life WWE on a weekly basis. Like, they pinpoint, they almost nail almost all the arenas. Even WrestleMania ones, like they almost pretty nail every arena WrestleMania when it comes with lighting and stuff, and make sure they were accurate to how they were in real life time. I really like that, and I think like the model have been updated greatly. And the big notice that I saw were like Roman Reigns getting updated with better hair physics and beard and stuff like that, and the whole face. Really think they nailed that with a guy like Roman, Becky, I think Seth. Let's see. Like Roman, Seth, Becky Lynch, John Cena, even to the extent. Randy Orton, I'm flabbergasted how, but in a good way, by the way, flabbergasted how fascinated how they pretty much nailed that model. That's probably my favorite model of the whole game. How they nailed the accuracy of the hair and the face. Really great stuff. So like Roman, Becky, Seth, Randy, Bianca, Asuka, like they pretty much nailed it with some of the updated models. So they pretty much nailed to hit the accuracy part in some of it. Like even like Sami Zayn and like getting his hair right in the game and just little things, the little details that they put in some of like the models of this game. Just really noble stuff and that makes what makes the graphics slightly better last year's than the last two previous years. So yeah, and the gameplay there's pretty the same, but just like again with the little details and stuff. It's really like try like you have the whole punching like the tire punches combo that bro that you see in a lot of wrestling matches today. They added that a little some fun stuff. And even with the tire pinfalls that are now back, I really appreciate that. And and just like the super finishers, again, I really enjoy they brought it back. Because and I like that they added a lot more availability to what finishers you can put in a move set. Like you can hit as many spears, as many crossroads as you want, and as many curve stomps, RKO, manhandle slam, like riptide. Like you can hit it as many finishes as you want. That thing that makes a huge difference in this game compared to others. Like you have more versatile to moves what you can do or want to do. I love that. And and just the gameplay just seems a lot more focused and a bit more fast paced. Bit more fast paced than even the last two games that I played. Like it's just again the little details in on it makes it all the world different. Just makes it just that much fun. And like the match types again, like special guest referees. Although the one thing I didn't like is like with special referee, it's like you only get like one on one matches that putting match types on the guest referee. They recently recently on next year's game building on that. But again, it's so fun when you get to play it. And it just felt refreshing in many ways after years of being away after being on many games before to finally play a special guest referee was just felt delightful in many ways. I felt it was for many players who have played games of wrestling, WWE specifically, with special guest referees. So it must be had it started there, but I saw it might because it just been much more replayability again when you play guest referee mode. And like some of the match types that you get with casket matches, ambulance matches, gauntlet matches, like there's just so much in this game when it comes to gameplay that it just made that much of a difference than the other two games. Like they there's just so much stuff to it, and I like how they present the Cascades ambulance matches. Like although I wish they would have had different different like gameplay, like cut screens for some of those matches, like Cascade and ambulance match. I think those need to be fixed in next games. And I just really did like how similar the presentation of both matches were in like for the entrance before the match. Like, but I, it's just fun that it's now in the game. It's better that it's in the game than better than it's not to be in it. So yeah. So they hit all the key notes with this game, 2K24. Um, the showcase mode. Oh boy. I with 2K23 last year's showcase, I remember being feeling like kind of like it was alright in most cases, but some of the objectives were ridiculous, and it can it really can mess up with the flow if you do not care for how you connect those objectives that you put on, like, and something makes the game that much harder to play because you had to hit those objectives at exactly right where they wanted you to hit it, and that just kind of causes a frustrating thing for the game. And sadly, I didn't see so much 2K24. I got it a little better around on this game than the previous year, but man, like this again, the same issues. Like some of the objectives were ridiculous, and again, although like I wanted to say I didn't again like the cut screen people real life footage, but I think Cody Grace putting narrative on each cut screen on it just helps things slightly because the player that gets to play who doesn't know about wrestling or hasn't watched wrestling, he just can help explain things where Cody will explain you the storytelling within those matches doing those cut screens with the real life and then the gameplay and stuff. I think that helps them well a lot with 2K20. You just had real life footage and that was it. There was no contest to it. There was just nothing. It was just there. At least there was some substance to it, I must say. And it's slightly better, but only a small amount percent of the showcase for the 40 years of WrestleMania. I knew they were gonna do like exactly like 2K14 because half of the people that have worked at Mania over the years in some of the biggest matches are even with the company anymore. So their hands were kind of tied either way when it comes to this mode. Now that they're doing it again 10 years later, and yeah, like I wish they could put more thought into 40 years of Mayhem away. This being the one of the big modes for 2K24. Like I wish they would have put more thought into it. But the showcase was decent. I hope they put more thought into 2K25 because like it's gotta get ridiculous to a point where they don't bother to like fix the necessary things about the showcase modes with 2K. And the universe mode, again, like, there really isn't that much of a difference. Really, only like, apparently they added a lot more new cut screens. And for what I saw, anyways, and they added uh, the bigger different things like they added a lot more freedom to how you control the rivalry action, how you put superstars for each week in friendly matches and stuff when it comes to rivalries and stuff. So at least there's more playability when it comes to, but again, I like through like the full year already of WrestleMania show is more. I wish they could have put a little more thought into it because that's when you play and they all made that much different. Like I and and for years it to universe mode always feels like a long stale format that they just happen to keep it there just because it has to be it, but it don't bother to really like fix this how what really makes a great universe mode. They always just seem like there just for the sake of it. And I really hope they really fix it because it's gonna get to a point where it just becomes a lost cause for a lot of these games, the universe mode. Again, it's fine. Like I like I said, a little more creative and more freedom this mode than the years past. But again, put so much thought in, so much put into that mode than currently is now. On GM mode, so again, it's fun still. Um, the arenas look exactly the same as I played in last year's game. And I one thing is like when it comes to when you pull the draft, when you manage to draft your rosters, I wish they were a little more control of how you want as many superstars you want for a GM mode like this, but it's still fun. It's still good in most ways. So there's that. I wish there could be more stuff being put into GMO. But I'm happy they made some slightly adjustments to it. Like I love how they interact with social media when it comes to review the GMO. That's one thing I like about last year's game where I played that mode. That's one of the things I know with GMO. And I I pretty much enjoyed with that. And I think that's about everything I covered. My fashion seems to be a lot more enjoyable than a lot of those two previous games. There seems to be adjustments that will be made. And the online seems like it didn't work, but they continue to be fixing somehow. As be makes sense really well, but I'm not gonna get into because I don't play much too online when it comes to games like 2K24. But yeah, I think that's about everything I covered. And overall, I think like 2K 2K24 might be the best 2K WWE 2K game in many years since I think like 2K19, something like that. Like I think I said, it just had those fun bites that you can't look away. It's and there's a lot more replayability in this game, a lot more freedom you can do with 2K24, and all wanted on the My Rise mode. Haven't played it yet, but I heard it seems to be much fun than previous My Rise, my career modes in previous 2K games. So yeah, so that's a lot more playability too. A lot of playability too. A lot more with the My Rise mode. But yeah, overall, 2K24 just is a really, really strong, really good to great video game when it comes to this series and overall WWE games. And they seem to be making adjustments to make the game fun each and every year, which is so much commendable. And just to after we just happened to play 2K20 all that all those years ago, a few years ago, well, how they want to see how they play with 2K24 with My Rise and the Creation Suites. They there's a lot more fun to it. I wish they could put more thought into some game modes like Showcase, Universe mode, and even a little bit of my game, but that won't deter me to really say that this game is damn fun. So yeah, a lot more fun than the two previous. So there's that for 2K24. Like this video if you haven't, subscribe. Tell me what you think about 2K24. Do you have it? Have you played it? And what do you think of it in the comment section below? And as always, I'm Jason Maenius, and I approve this message.